All right, so I went and checked my beaver sets already. Nothing in those. This is my first set on my muskrat section for this, and I think I need to move it from here to move it over there. I think the rats are more using this mound right here versus that one. So we'll get that one moved. I can't see the 160 that's over there right now, so we're gonna go check that one. And then on the other side over here, from over here, I can see there's another hole, so I'm gonna put a 160 in that hole as well. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll show you when we get over there. I was wrong. So my other 160's over there, right there. And then this hole that I was looking at was straight across from that muskrat set that I had right there. So we got that 160 in there, and we'll check that on the next check. I'm gonna check this colony trap that's on this side. It's the one that was in the channel right here. And if I don't have anything, I brought down a 110 with a stick, and we're gonna get that one replaced. I was catching more with that 160 I had in there than the colony, so we'll get over there and check those two, and yeah, stay tuned. All right, well, we're at this colony trap, and it doesn't look like we got anything in there. So like I said, I brought this little 110. We're gonna put the 110 in here, and hopefully start catching more rats at this spot. I just think these colony traps are a little too big. They stick out too far, and they're probably digging underneath it, to be honest. So we'll get this one set and move on. We got the colony trap just on the other side, just down a little ways. All right, well, we made it to this colony trap, and there's nothing in this one. So we'll get it moved down, and I'm gonna probably see if I can set this one somewhere down this way. And yeah, we'll get back to the truck. And my next set is the Duke 850 and that 120 I have on the fish ladder. So I know that the 120 is down, but you know, it could be gunk or whatever got into it. So I'm gonna try to bend the triggers a little bit to where the water pressure and the gunk and stuff won't hit it. But even if an otter or something goes through it, it's still gonna it'll still catch them. So all right, be back in a second. Here's my beaver set that I caught the otter in. Duke 850 hasn't been touched at all. My caster mound kind of looks like it's been messed with a little bit, but I'm not sure. We're gonna go ahead and put some different caster on here. This is Blakely Trapping Supplies Smoky Caster. The label I had on it wore off because it was in my kayak for a while, and the water got to the label. So, but yeah, this is the Smoky Caster, so we're gonna get that put on here. I'm also going to replace the 850, and I'm gonna put in a Duke 650. This is my favorite trap as far as beaver traps go. This 850, I think it's just got a little too much pan tension for me, for the way I like to set my stuff. So and I think that the bigger trap right now, I think the last time this got set off, it was probably an otter, and I think that bigger trap, Scab 76 was telling me that a bigger trap could potentially throw their foot out because they've got such small legs, and it kind of makes it makes a lot of sense to me. So we're gonna get this trap switched out, and we're gonna put this 650 in, and I'll get back with you guys in a second. All right, there we go. Got the Duke 650 in. Got my caster back on, some newer caster on there. I always like to switch it up after a little while if I haven't caught anything, or even if I have. It allows that beaver to still think there are any other beavers that are in the area besides the ones you haven't caught. It allows them to see, think that something else is coming through, and it's not just that normal one they've been smelling for the last week or month or whatever. So, but yeah, we'll get moved down, and the next set is the 220 on the fish ladder. So I'll see you then. All right, got us another rat in the 220 on the fish ladder. I'm gonna get this guy out and get it reset. And I'm gonna bend the triggers a little bit so that they're just kind of above the water a little ways, so we can hopefully try to avoid the gunk and the crap getting through. So, all right, I'll catch you in a little bit. All right, so I got the trigger bent, kind of in that little horseshoe shape, just where it's just above the water level. So hopefully the gunk and stuff with the water won't actually get in there. So, all right, catch you in a second. Well, we're back in my beaver set. We're going to be updating the caster on this one as well. And it looks like we got another rat. Bridger number 5. And we got another rat in this 110. It looks like they've been digging out and around to get out and around this guy. So, yeah, we'll get this guy out and get it reset. All right, so we're back on the public ground. I've got my colony. This is that first colony trap that I come to, and it looks like we got a rat in this one. I'm not going to expect a ton of high numbers the next few days. For one, I don't have a whole lot of sets out, and like I said, I hadn't been feeling very well. I feel better now, so I don't have a lot of sets out. I pulled all of my kayak line, which is where I was getting a large quantity of my rats. The weather's been kind of hit and miss. A few days ago, it was like almost in the upper 60s, and today, or yesterday, we had 2 inches of snow, and today it's like 22 degrees, according to my truck. So I'm not going to expect a whole ton of movement, ton of activity from these guys. Whatever I catch, I'm grateful for. So we'll get this guy out and get it reset and move down. All right, so I had that colony trap that was in this little run right here. I'm pulling that one. We haven't connected on that at all. I might try to see if there's another spot over here that I'll be able to set it, but I don't know yet. My 110 that's on this little slot, or this little run, is hasn't gotten anything. Last thing we got on that was a mink. My next set is the 220 and the beaver caster mound set. So we'll get that checked. Actually, I take that back. My next set was my mink box. Forgot about that. So here's my mink box. It doesn't have anything in it. I did catch one here a couple days ago, so the fact that I don't have another one doesn't surprise me at all. So, all right. Next is the 220 and the beaver set. So, get over there and get that checked. All right. The 220 is not set off. My caster mound is still here. Doesn't look like it's been messed with. And my trap is still in place. So we're gonna be putting some new fresh caster on this. Looks like the rats have been up in here. And we'll move on down. I only got my last 2 sets on this property, or on this piece, is the 110 and the colony trap. So we'll get those ones checked, and then we're on to the other section of private ground that the same guy that owns the other farm gave me permission on. So, all right, well, I'll get you guys if we have something in these other 2 traps. If not, we'll see you at the other farm. So there's nothing in this 110. I still haven't checked that colony trap yet, but I just noticed this as I was walking by. There's this log sitting next to the bank, and you can tell the rats are using it as a toilet. They're taking shits on it. So I set up some of these 110 spring clips, or 110 clips that you use to fasten things to your 110s to logs and things. So I'm going to show you guys how I make them, and then on my next check day, we're actually going to bring a couple out here, and I'll show you how I put them in, potentially how they work. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to catch anything, but we'll see. So stay tuned. All right, well, we're at the new property. That little 110 or 1.5 that's in there doesn't have anything in it. Look down here, and our 1.5 is empty. Looks like it might have been pushed out, so we'll get that moved around, get it in there a little better, and move on to the next couple sets. And we'll get a look at his fish as well. I'll show you the reason why he wants the mink out of this area. This is kind of the only spot that he's really got issues with mink. His other farm, the fish aren't really big enough to cause any issues with the fish that he's got. So anyways, all right, so my mink box still set. The mink box over there is still set. There's nothing in that one. We're gonna check. I just have a couple more 110s, and that's all I got at this property. And we'll move on. That'll be the end of today. That one, the one that's right there at that pipe, doesn't have anything. So we'll check the other ones over here. All right, check these sets. Both of them are set still. All right, that's gonna be it for today. All right, so here's the reason that he's wanting all these mink out of here. The mink will put a hurting on these fish, and when they grow up, they're worth probably, you know, $7-8 a piece. So the otters and the mink are just really, really hard on them, as well as feral cats. So that's why we're trying to get rid of the mink at this property and the otters at the other property. And yeah, so let's see if it looks any better with my glasses. Nope, can't get it. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. But all right, we'll move on.